but we're retraining our mind to take opportunities, so that, like, if you're interviewing someone and assessing them and you're finding out about them, that is when you link in. Like, for instance, someone might come up and they might all the time be trying to initiate conversation. They might be seen, though, as just being really in your face. They might be making a noise and looking at you. Someone might label them as attention-seeking. How often do we say that about someone? They're attention-seeking. If we actually look at someone's strengths, they might be seen to be attention-seeking, but what are they actually trying to do? Make you notice them. So they might be wanting... they might be wanting communication. They might be wanting you to help them. They might be wanting you to talk to them. We don't know what people want. And so looking at their strengths, it's like, okay, rather than I shut you off, you're really annoying, do you need some medication or something? It's like, no, that is so the old way of working. The new way of working is actually, well, actually, you're wanting my attention, you've got my attention, what can we do from here? What interests you? You know, we could actually, looking at someone, you could do music, you could do rhythm, you could do just talking, you could do storytelling. You could say, okay, well, let's go for a walk and kick leaves around or whatever, but rather than writing something off with a negative, thinking it's negative, saying, well, where can we go from here? Because otherwise we limit ourselves in the way that we work with people. I remember one time I was walking with someone and we were kicking leaves around. So we actually thought, this person, I was struggling a little bit with how to engage this person, and I noticed he was really getting into the leaves. So we actually picked the leaves up, we looked at them, and I had some sort of bag with me, so we ended up putting a whole lot of leaves in the bag. This person was non-verbal, and we took all the leaves back, and it was autumn, so with all these beautiful colours, and of course the leaves were on the ground. So we end up, you know, I was just sort of talking to him, I showed him some glue. We ended up getting this piece of paper and gluing leaves all over it. Then we ended up getting some paint. We ended up painting the leaves, and we ended up making prints with the leaves. And we ended up doing mobiles and pictures. And at the end of this couple of days, we had a whole corner of the room that was an art piece. So then we actually looking at some, sort of because we were talking, and it was obviously he was interested in that process. So he found an engagement in that process that brought him, so he was one-on-one with me, he was focusing. And so from there we actually went and we looked at some other leaves. We went into a rainforest, we were in Canberra, we went into the botanical gardens. And then we got a whole lot of other leaves that were native leaves, and we made mobiles out of them. And so from his strength, because he connected with that, we were able to find all this engagement with someone who otherwise would be pacing and rocking and making, you know, noises of, if you actually say it's not just attention, it was actually, I'm bored, I want to do something, it's not working, I'm really fed up with just standing here, someone, you know. Sometimes it's just lots of physical energy, and some people, if we don't have that ability to look at where does this person engage and where is their strength, then a lot of the time we end up in behaviour support that's not necessary.